So here's my progress report number 1. So here are just the dimensions that I used to make the general CAD model. Now we're going to see the CAD model being made. So I made the CAD model in SolidWorks. So I started off with one of the most important things that sometimes I forget to save in the file. I named it. I'm doing a stiffened plate for my project. So after I did that, first I start with the sketch. Pick the front plane. Started first with a midpoint line. That way it starts from the midpoint and it's equal to both sides, so I don't have to put the constraints. If you notice, I use the horizontal constraint there. Put a dimension on that. Put it up to 1,000 millimeters. The first time I did it, it was in inches, so I changed it to millimeters. Forgot to do that to show you how to do that, but hopefully you know how to do that in SolidWorks. I had to finish that sketch. The reason why I made 2 separate sketches is because the legs, or not the legs, but the supports of the stiffened plate, I'm going to pattern them, so that way I can do it separately. So, made the first leg. If you notice, I use a vertical constraint. Size it to 100 millimeters, vertical size. Now, I have this cursor too. Now I did this one 250. So that's the whole reason why I had... Okay, there I noticed that I was like, okay, how am I going to extrude it if it's just one sketch? So there's where I deleted that one. Deleted the support. So I made a separate sketch. And I couldn't find it there, so just go to front plane, just click, no one has. Now I added the support plates. Add the same dimensions that I did last time, 100 vertical. Make sure you have the constraints always, the vertical constraint, things like that. And 250 from the edge. So now exit the sketch. Now I'm going to be doing extrusion. So I pick first sketch 4. Did extrusion. Picked 1,000 millimeters. And I like to go to the reverse direction always. I don't know why, but that's just a thing. And I added a thin feature and made it 6 millimeters. So that's going to be the thickness of our plates. And then did the, in this case, sketch 5 because I was practicing before. That's why it doesn't say sketch 2. But made that one the same length, 1,000, same thickness. Reversed it. The only reason I'm doing this one separate is so we can pattern it, and you'll see that later. So here I did a linear pattern. First, you have to pick the axis where you're going to be patterning it to. Then how many parts you're going to do. So distance 250. Then I picked 3 because we wanted 3 supports. Then just green check mark. And there's the geometry made in SolidWorks. So just showing you the general geometry. And after that, I did some assigning the material properties and then imported it to ANSYS. You can see that here in the second video. So I just shows the material. In this case, I used 1060 alloy. So you can change the appearance changed. So if you go into edit materials, you can see all the properties. I think that's what I was looking for. Yeah. Kind of forgot that it was there. I guess I was just nervous I was recording. So there you can see all the properties like density, tensile strength, Young modulus, Poisson ratio. And then in order to pass it to ANSYS, you need to save it as a IGS file. So not sure what that stands for, IGS or something. Now we open up ANSYS, started a static structural analysis, pick geometry, right click, input, browse, and then pick it, the IGS file. You see there's a SolidWorks file and everything. Oops, take that away. And I already had it picked, so that's why you can see it there. But if not, that was the how to do it. Then double click on model and you'll see it's inside the ANSYS. Just takes a little bit since ANSYS is a powerful tool. So let's just wait for it. There we go. There's the part that I made in SolidWorks and transferred to ANSYS. And then in ANSYS we do the rest, but this is gonna be it for project report number 2. So then here's just a screenshot of the material properties. And here is the geometry in ANSYS. And that is it. Thank you very much for watching this video.